There is no safe countryside in World War III. There is no quiet refuge. There is no place far enough away. Villages don't escape collapse. They lose the systems that keep them alive. Distance doesn't mean protection. It means abandonment. If you believe cities will be destroyed while rural life stays safe, this video is meant to take that belief apart, before reality does it for you. Stay with me, because this myth doesn't just fail. It kills slowly. Let's start by acknowledging why this idea feels right. Cities are obvious targets. They're dense, visible, symbolic. They rely on fragile infrastructure, power grids, transit, digital networks. History supports this fear. When wars escalate, cities suffer first. So people imagine an exit, a smaller place, a village, a quiet road far from global systems. No sirens, no crowds, no chaos. It feels like stepping back in time, like opting out. And on the surface, that instinct isn't wrong. But World War III isn't just a war of locations. It's a war on continuity. Modern civilization doesn't collapse when bombs fall. It collapses when systems stop talking to each other. Food isn't grown where it's eaten. Medicine isn't made where it's needed. Fuel isn't refined where machines run. Everything moves. World War III breaks movement. Ports slow. Shipping insurance disappears. Fuel is rationed. Supply routes fracture. And when logistics fail, it doesn't matter where you live. Your village grocery store doesn't stock food from nearby farms alone. It relies on distribution networks, cold storage, regular deliveries. Your local clinic doesn't produce medicine. It consumes it. Your electricity doesn't come from the village. It comes from a grid that spans hundreds of kilometers. When those systems go dark, nothing replaces them quietly. There is no return to simple living. There is only absence. Here's the brutal truth. Rural areas are not stabilized during crisis. They are deprioritized. Aid doesn't trickle outward. It concentrates inward. Hospitals and major centers get generators, staff, supplies. Small clinics close. Ambulances stop running when fuel is reserved elsewhere. Road maintenance halts. Snow isn't cleared. Bridges aren't repaired. One broken transformer can leave a village without power indefinitely. One contaminated well can wipe out a community's water source. Isolation means fewer options and fewer specialists. One mechanic, one doctor, one electrician. When they burn out, leave, or die, the skill disappears with them. There's no redundancy. In cities, systems fail loudly. In villages, they fail silently. And silence doesn't mean safety. It means no one is coming. This is where the myth completely collapses. Cities don't just implode, they empty. When food distribution falters, when water pressure drops, when power becomes intermittent, people move. Not as a cinematic stampede, as a grinding, relentless outward pressure. Families leave first, then neighborhoods, then entire districts. They don't wander randomly. They follow roads, rivers, rail lines. They head toward what still produces something. Villages, farms, small towns, places people once assumed were invisible. A village designed for 500 people cannot absorb 1,000 newcomers, let alone 5,000. Not because villagers are cruel, but because math doesn't care. Every newcomer means less food per person, less fuel, less medical capacity. Conflict doesn't arrive screaming. It arrives asking politely, then insisting, then organizing, then taking. And once scarcity becomes shared, violence becomes rational. Survival doesn't fail first because of hunger. It fails because of denial. People cling to timelines that no longer exist. Just wait until next shipment. Things will stabilize. The government will fix this. Waiting becomes a strategy, then a habit, then a death sentence. In small communities, disagreement becomes deadly. Who decides rationing? Who enforces rules? Who gets exceptions? Old resentments resurface. Trust fractures faster when there's nowhere to escape tension. Isolation doesn't create unity, it magnifies division. Some people hoard, some people freeze, some people leave too late. The communities that last longest aren't the most hidden. They're the ones that accept loss early. They adapt psychologically before they adapt materially. Collapse is survivable in warm months. That's the illusion. Winter removes choice. Fuel becomes life. Food storage becomes destiny. Medical emergencies spike. Rural areas suffer first here. Longer supply lines, poor insulation, aging populations. One failed heating system becomes lethal. One missed harvest compounds into starvation. Cold doesn't care about ideology, preparation, or belief. It accelerates failure. And by winter, migration pressure doesn't stop. It intensifies. People don't stop moving when they're desperate. They move until they can't. Here it is, clearly and without comfort. There are no safe places in World War III, only places that fail slower. Villages don't escape global collapse. They experience it without buffers. Rural life doesn't remove dependence on the modern world. It hides it until it's gone. Survival is not geography. It's adaptability. It's recognizing early that the world you relied on is not coming back in time to save you. If your plan depends on quiet continuity, it isn't a plan. If your safety deformed on other people staying away, it will fail. When the fuel trucks stop coming, when the medicine runs out, when the roads carry people toward you instead of away, would your safe place still function without the world that feeds it? And when the systems vanish, what truly survives where you are?